All right, everybody, today it's time for another prepper food test. This is an item from Wise Company. This is their Savory Stroganoff. All right, everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to broaden my horizons a little bit with some Wise Company food. I do like Wise's stuff, honestly. I know I sell Thrive, and if I didn't sell Thrive, this is probably what my entire storeroom would be stocked with. They make good stuff. I really like the taste of their stuff. It's really good. So, this is their Savory Stroganoff. Now, if you're looking for this online, right now it seems to be out of stock almost everywhere. It is one of their staples. I'm sure it'll be back in stock. I would put a link to the Amazon store with it in it, but it's out of stock. So, if you search Amazon, you'll find it, but it'll be out of stock. They generally run about anywhere from $5 to $6 if you find them online, depending on where you purchase them. And these are 4-pack entrees, so there's 4 servings inside this. It takes about 15 minutes to cook. And the description on it is pasta with onions, mushrooms, and a beef flavor and a creamy sauce. So there is no beef in this. This is a vegetarian entree, actually. You can eat this if you're a vegan or vegetarian. There is no beef in it at all. It's just a flavoring. And it's a 25-year shelf life. And as I said, it's 4 servings per pouch, ready in 15 minutes. They use very good quality stuff in their foods. I've really enjoyed eating their foods in the past. I've actually made this for like lunches and stuff when I've had some. This came out of a bucket that I bought ages ago. And I figured it was time to start, rotating it out. So I give you guys a look at it. Some of the other stuff we've used just in everyday usage. And these are sealed in Mylar pouches, so they're fairly safe for a good long time. So what we're going to do is I'll read you through the instructions. I'm going to start up my stove back here. And for those of you preppers on a budget, this is just totally side note. You can get these stoves almost anywhere for under 20 bucks. The fuel for them are these little butane canisters. If you shop smartly for those, you can pick them up for around $1.50 or $1 each. If you have an Asian store in your community, they usually sell these very, very cheaply. So check them out. Walmart has them for like $2.30 something, $2.47 or something. So it's not the best deal, but it's there if you need it. And honestly, I've bought a lot from Walmart, but I've also bought a lot from other places too where they were a little cheaper. So the directions for this are pretty simple. You're going to remove the oxygen absorber. You're going to bring 4 cups of water to a boil. Here are the directions. You turn off the heat, you let it boil, and you turn off the heat, let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring occasionally, 12 to 15 minutes. Can't read this morning. And you uncover and let it cool for 2 to 3 minutes. Each serving has 250 calories. The sodium is 310 grams per serving. And here's all the nutritional information. There you go. So, let's get some water on here. I already have a pot with 4 cups of water in it. And to turn these things on, by the way, you just turn them down. They usually click on like that. So I'm going to put this on high, and I'll bring you back when the water's boiling, and we'll test it out. All right, we're close enough to boiling, so I'm going to open up the package and show you what it looks like. There we go. I want to make sure I get rid of that oxygen absorber. When I was new to using freeze-dried foods, I can't tell you how many times I'd dump this right into the water or dump it into the pouch with the water in it. We got a boil in there now, so that's what's in there. We're just going to dump this in. Make sure I get all of it out. I didn't do a very good job opening this package, did I? Okay, so it's in there. I'm just going to stir it up and mix it up. I'm going to let this come to a boil as per the directions. You want you to have it to a boil. Put it into the package and stir until it boils again. And generally I'm going to get a whisk for this because I want to break up the little bits of seasoning in there. So, right over here, I have my whisk. You get those little clumps of seasoning. I can already see the mushrooms kind of reconstituting in there. So we're going to let this boil, and then we're going to let it simmer for 15 minutes. And then I'll bring you back and we'll take a look at it and we'll give it a little test. And turn down the heat too. All right, see you in a few. All right, we're just waiting for it to finish up. Of course, I brought the one bowl out that doesn't have a lid anymore. The lid broke. It was a glass lid. We've had this bowl for years. While we're waiting, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to a channel. I don't know if you guys follow E-Chip and Robber over on Contentment. They're basically moving to an off-grid cabin that they're building themselves. And I followed their channel for a long time. They followed me back. And recently, they were on a trip to New York City. And they sent me this nice little card. And a really cool thing inside from a local jazz club in New York City. The Iridium Jazz Club. And that is literally maybe 2 blocks away from where I used to live. It's on the corner there. It's on Broadway and like 51st Street, and I lived right down 51st Street when I lived in New York City. One of the last places I lived. I lived a bunch of places in there. And they sent me a little card. It's very cool. And we went to a very well-known music venue in New York City called Iridium. It reminded us of you. So I thought I'd send you a souvenir. Looking forward to collaboration. We're going to do a medical kit collaboration in the future. And congrats on the 40,000 subscribers. E-Chip and Rubber. So if you haven't checked them out, I'll put a link to their channel down below. It's the name of the channel is Contentment. And that's the whole point of the channel. They're moving to Contentment. So check them out. Let me see how this is doing here. We might have a few more minutes left. It's looking good. Let me grab a noodle out of here and see if it's anywhere near ready. It's been about, I don't know, 12 minutes. Almost. Still a little hard. A little firm, not hard. So I'll bring you back when it's all finished up. All right, so we've been actually been 16 minutes. And it's definitely ready. Got my little, I like this little thing. It's a titanium pan, but you can also use it as a plate. From Lixada. Did a review on it a while back. You guys can scroll back and take a look at it and see. Yeah, this thickened up nicely. Now, one thing I have found is sometimes they're lacking a little spice. You know, you might need a little salt, pepper, maybe a little garlic, whatever. Let me give you a look at that. So, I'm going to move this out of the way so you can actually see this here. So what I usually do, being that I've tasted this already and I know it's going to need a little bit of salt and pepper, showed you this in my last video, my little Tic Tac spice. Generally when I carry them, these are just ones I keep out here, but I have a couple extra in my bags. A little onion, garlic, salt, and pepper. I mean, that's pretty basic. Not going to need much more than that. Unless you have a spice you really, really like, then you can do that. So I'm just going to put a little salt and pepper in that. And we'll try it out. Mix it around a little. Yep, see? And that's really, really good. Nice hearty beef taste to it, but there is no meat in it. There are mushrooms. The mushrooms taste good. That's really good stuff. I know what I'm having for lunch today. A little early for lunch, but I'll put that aside and have it for lunch. So there it is. That's real simple. Wise Company, Savory, Stroganoff. You can buy these in the big number 10 cans. You can buy them in individual pouches. Like I said, if I didn't get Thrive and be involved in Thrive and all that, this would definitely be a choice for me. I really like Wise Company's food. And I like to show you guys other stuff other than just what I'm presenting to you. You know, there's tons of freeze-dried stuff out there, and I've had good, and I've had really bad. So I like to kind of present everything to you so you get kind of a well-rounded look at everything instead of just sticking on one thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, these, I would put a link to them in Amazon, but they're sold out on Amazon and everywhere else right now. They tend to do that with these pouches. They'll be in, they'll be out, you know, they'll come back and forth. So if you look around, you'll find them. I did find a number 10 can on Amazon of the whole thing, but that's a little more expensive than $5 or $6. So like I said, they have a 25-year shelf life. They're really, really good tasting. They're easy to put together. You saw how easy that was. It just needed some water. And they're good for 25 years, so can't beat it. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. I will put a link down to, like I previously mentioned, Contentment's channel down there, so you can check them out. Really interesting channel. They're building a lot of their own gear. They built a hauler that has all their, you know, like a trailer that has all of their power in it, solar and everything. So they're an interesting channel to check out. Don't forget to check out our Amazon store below. Even if you're not looking to shop for anything survival related, just click the link and shop as you normally would. Really helps out the channel. And don't forget to check out our Olight. Olight's got some deals coming up. Our Olight link will kind of give you a hint as to what's coming up soon, so check them out. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link as well. Got to have a little mix of everything for some really good freeze-dried food. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.